Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. It's another night of the 31 Days of Horror. What I'm reviewing tonight is the new Rob Zombie film, The Munsters. Okay, now, first off, I'm going to get this out of the way right away. I've been seeing a lot of hate for this movie online. It's undeserved. This movie's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like a prequel to the Munsters show, you know? And let's be 100% honest here. It's the Munsters. This isn't the big new horror, like, series or anything. It's a frickin' kids movie. What are you expecting? Honestly, it's like, I don't understand what did they think they were going to get going into the Munsters? They were going to get cheesy, like over-the-top comedy with like some little horror aspects to it. It is what it is. Honestly, I've come to the conclusion there are people that just hate Rob Zombie. And no matter what he does, they're going to find something to complain about. And I think it's really important for people just to sit and think for a minute. What did you expect? Like, really, going in to the Munsters, what did you expect? What the hell? Hold on a minute. Hey! Stop it. Don't you bully him. My cat's bullying my other cat. What did you expect? There's no... I don't know. I'm just leaving it at that. What the hell did you expect? This movie is perfectly fine for what it is. I do have a recommendation, though. If you're watching this movie, turn off the color on your TV. It makes a big difference to watch this in black and white. It's kind of too overly colorful. But you strip out the color down to black and white, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Interesting bit of trivia in this. Rob Zombie wanted to do this in black and white. Universal said no. So just take that for what you will. Maybe you're blaming the wrong people. Just saying. So yeah, all in all, for a rating, this is like 7.5 out of 10. It's fine. There's nothing wrong. Sherry Moon Zombie actually does a pretty damn good job as Lily Munster. I just gotta say. And honestly, anytime you have Richard Brake in something, you gotta love it, because he's just cool. Effect-wise, it's your typical Munsters effects. There's nothing to complain about with this movie. I put this in and I got exactly what I was expecting. So take that. And again, to these Rob Zombie haters, and this is something, I feel I'm kind of harping on this, but I feel it really needs to be said. Who cares? It's a movie. Don't get so butthurt over like a Munsters movie. It's like, come on. I don't get it. I really don't. I understand, if he releases a movie and it's not your thing. I get that. I get that 100%. Honestly, a lot of people, the Munsters, it's not their thing. But don't go tearing down a movie before you've even seen it. And, I've heard some people say it's boring. Okay. Now, you see, that's an argument that you can have. Is it boring? No. Is it too long? Yes. This movie's like, it's just under 2 hours. It's an hour and 50 minutes, so it's nearly 2 hours. This could have been, 88-minute movie, and it would have been fine. I think, Rob, in his attempt to be true to the Munsters, because it's obvious when you listen to the commentary, he's got this love for the Munsters, and you feel that come through in the commentary, and you see also when you watch the movie, like, there's a lot of stuff that probably could have been trimmed out and made it a much quicker watch and everything, and I think that would have been cool, but it is what it is. Like I said, don't go in expecting something you're not going to get, or you're going to be disappointed. Yeah. So yeah, Munsters, 7.5 out of 10. Good flick, honestly. If you're after like a brainless comedy, if you're after the Munsters, you can, it is the Munsters. That's it. That's all there is to it. Yeah. I seriously want to go on more about the Rob Zombie hate. You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it. All this hate for Rob Zombie. I hear people complain about every movie he's done, with the exception maybe of Devil's Rejects. People always got shit to say, and it's like, you know what? If you know that much, if you know better, go make your own damn movie. Let's see how good you do. Just saying. I haven't had a problem with any of Rob Zombie's movies. Now, was 31 great? No. It was probably the weakest film he's ever done. But I tell you what, Lords of Salem is a masterpiece. His Halloween is perfectly fine. And his Halloween 2, I'm standing by it. It's a damn good movie. Is it the Halloween we all wanted? Not necessarily. But, had maybe he been left alone to do Halloween the way he wanted, instead of listening to everyone putting their 2 oars in and, making it into something else? Maybe. Would have been interesting to have seen his, his trilogy that he originally intended. I don't know. I mean, it's almost like with Rob Zombie, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If he puts out a movie that's brutal and, disturbing and everything, and people rip into it to being just more of the same. He puts out a movie that's something different, people rip into it because, I don't know, because it's not the same? It's like, come on. It's like, make a choice. I'll just say it. I dig his work. I'm a Rob Zombie fan. And honestly, he has yet to disappoint me when it comes to any of his movies. And I'll just say this also. I understand the hate for Halloween 2. I get it. Like I said, it's not the Halloween that everyone wanted. But that is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. That's the movie that he wanted. And honestly, the more I watch it, the more I like it. I will grant this, though. Is the story in Halloween 2, would it have been better, apart from a Halloween story? Had it been a standalone film, with just like a maniac on the loose sort of thing, would it have been better? And I gotta say, yeah, it probably would be. Because essentially what happened with Rob Zombie's Halloween is the same thing that happens with every Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel. You are lumped in with the name. You put the Texas Chainsaw Massacre name on something, you raise expectations. And something that could have been just its own little thing, which could have been kind of cool, ends up being kind of crappy because it's in that series. Perfect example, Leatherface. Not Texas Chainsaw 3, but Leatherface. That was a perfectly fine little introduction to a slasher. The problem is they made it Leatherface. Had it been its own thing, I think that movie would have found its footing a long time ago. I think it would have been a cult classic by now. So yeah, just take that for what you will. So yeah, this has gone on a little bit of a Rob Zombie rant, so I may have to actually title this video the Munsters / Rob Zombie rant. But you know what? Like I said, it is what it is. I just wish, if people are gonna shit on a movie, have a legitimate reason. Have a reason that we can talk about. That we can say, like, oh, okay, you know what? I see what you're saying. I see why you don't like this. But I see so much just like, oh, it sucks. Rob Zombie's a horrible director. Like I said, make your own damn movie. Then we can talk. That's it for me. See you next time.